if you are new to my channel, please care to like, share, comment. If you're watching this from YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching this from my TikTok or my Facebook or Instagram, please just like my page or follow me for more great content. And if you are in Matric, please don't gatekeep this great content. Feel free to share and help the NosANA community grow. And also, if you've got questions that you need help with or you need me to shed some light on, please feel free to reach out to me on my TikTok or on my Instagram under NosANA underscore 24. So that is my Instagram handle. So that's just NosANA 24. Alright, so feel free to hit me up there in my DMs and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I'm not going to waste much of your time. Let us just start. So in this question here, we can see that we are given, let me just rewrite that. We have 2 10 right theta. This is our LHS and this is our RHS. The first step that I'll tell you is to work with the side that you can do more with. In this case, you can do more with the left hand side than you can do with the right hand side. You see, I mean, it's going to take you, it takes a genius to come from here to go there, right? Because there's a lot that you can't see that you need to use to come back here. So we are going to use what we already know because we don't have time for all that drama, right? All that math drama. We're going to use the LHS, right? That's the side that we're going to use. I'm going to simplify this, right? When I rewrite that and simplify it, what I will have is I'll have I'm going to have 2 sin theta over cos theta, right? Minus, this is a double angle. I'm going to leave sine as a double angle for now. Sine, right, 2 theta. We know that it's over 1. Just because it's not shown there doesn't mean it does not exist. So we know that it is over 1. So this is the top part. Okay, so this is the top part. I'm just going to say top here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do here. Right, so this is the top. This is the top part. I'm going to try to simplify the top part before I touch the bottom part. Okay, so what I'm going to have next, I'm going to have cos as the lowest common multiple, isn't it? Because cos times 1 is just cos. And now what did I do to get the cos as the common multiple? I just multiplied this by 1. So I'll do that to the top and multiply that by 1. Right, I'll have 2 sine theta there, right? Minus, what did I do over here? I had to multiply this by cos, isn't it? Cos theta for it to be like this. So what I do on the top, I do on the bottom. I mean, what I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So here I have cos theta, right? So here I'm going to have what? Minus sine, right? Remember, there's a double angle, times cos theta, right? So this is the top part. But mind you, don't forget that this is a fraction, right? So this is the top part and I've made a fraction out of it. This is the top part, right? It's still the top part. There is it. This is it, the top part. Okay, and I've made a fraction out of it. But now remember, it is also being divided by another fraction, which I'm going to write. The other fraction which I'm going to write, just a moment, right? The other fraction. Okay, let me also erase this because you guys have already seen this. Okay, so that's just to show you that that's the top part. Okay, so now I want to write that the other fraction that I'm dividing with, which is this sign here. Remember. Okay, let me just show you that. So this is the fraction that is coming in the question, and we have what? We have 2 sine here squared theta. But notice that it is over 1. Okay, it is always over 1. In one video that I did, I was showing how to divide a fraction, or how to remove a denominator fraction, right? We can remove the denominator fraction by multiplying with the numerator fraction. Here's how we do it, right? This is how we do it. It's very simple. It's very simple. I did that on a video where I was showing you guys how to derive from the first principles. Okay, but now this is the division sign that we need to move. So we will remove that by multiplying by the numerator, right? And we interchange this. The bottom goes on the top, and the top goes to the bottom. I'm sure you are familiar with this. So what I mean by that is that I'm going to have the denominator as 1 over 2 sine squared theta. So that is that part. So this part here comes out. It just eliminates itself, or we have eliminated by using that method, okay, of dividing the denominator fraction by how to divide the denominator fraction. You multiply with the numerator, but you have to interchange the denominator fraction and so forth. Okay, so if you need some light on that, you can also just request that we touch on that. I have no problem, as long as you're sharing and as long as you are now a subscriber, right? So now what I have here, I have cos squared, I have cos theta, and I have sine squared theta there, 2 sine squared theta. Okay, so now we have a double angle over there, and we can do right now. You can just see that you have sine, but it's a double angle. Now you've simplified this entirely, except for this part. We'll get there, but now let's just focus over here. What we have now, I'm going to remove this double angle. Now I'm going to say 2 sine theta minus, now I'm removing that. The good thing about the 2 sine theta, we know what it is equal to, don't we? We know that 2 sine theta is equal to, we know that sine 2 theta, the double angle, is always equal to 2 sine theta times cos, isn't it? Times cos theta. But then we have another cos here, this one here. I'm gonna say cos theta like that, okay? Let me just erase this so that you don't get confused as to where did that come from and stuff. Right, so that's what we have, and our fraction, we still have this as a base, but I'm gonna bring that in because you can just multiply that there, and now you have to multiply that with that. So here I'm gonna have what? I'm gonna have 2 sine squared theta times cos theta like that. Okay, now I have simplified it. Now I can just deal with this, because remember, this is the left hand side, right? This is the left hand side, and I need to find the right hand side. Okay, that's what I need to make it equal to. Remember that this was equal to what? It was equal to 10. It was equal to 10 theta. Okay, cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out what? Sine 2. Do you get me? I am going to factor out 2 sine. I'm going to factor out 2 sine because I have 2 sine here, I have 2 sine over there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say 2 sine, right? Now when I'm factoring, this means that I'm going to say 1 minus, if I remove this 2 sine here, I'm going to have minus cos, but check, I have cos and cos, so it's going to be cos squared, isn't it? Cos squared theta. And on the bottom now, what I have now, I also have 2 sine, but can I just say, allow me to separate it and say 2 sine theta times sine theta times cos theta. Please allow me to do that. The reason why is that I can just cross out, right? So this and that will cancel, this here and this here will cancel out. Okay, cool. So we are not done. What you will pick up is that this here, remember this is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. That's the one we are going to use there. So we'll have what? We'll have cos sine squared theta is equal to what? Will be 1 minus sine, 1 minus cos squared theta. So this is equal to sine. This here is equal to sine. This is equal to sine squared theta. Alright, so let me just erase this. Now we are just going to change that back, and we have what? We'll have sine, right? Sine what? Sine squared theta. Okay, but I don't want to do that now. I don't want to do that. Okay, it's fine, right? I'm gonna say sine squared theta all over sine theta times cos theta, right? Cos Right, what you realize is, that's why I said I don't want to write it that way. Let me just erase for you guys who cannot, like, see what happened. So let me just show you what really happened before we just cross out. Okay, so yeah, this and this will cancel, and then we are going to have what? We are going to have sine theta over cos theta, and that is equal to 10 theta. You see that? Therefore, now you can say, therefore, RLHS is equal to RHS. Alright, so do you see that? It's very simple. So my advice when it comes to these questions is that you write it in pencil, right, and you take it step by step. You don't just rush through it and stuff, messing up your page. This is like a work of art, so you gotta enjoy doing it. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until we meet again in the next video. Bye bye.